Here is a recipe I have recently made. Home baked bread with jam. First let us finish the jam preparation. It is easy, takes around 15 minutes. Simple ingredients: raspberry, sugar, water and lemon juice. Here raspberry grows during summer, so around 3 months. So generally jam is prepared uh, as a measure to keep these berries for a longer time. If the jam is properly stored, it can last for many months. Therefore, one can enjoy the jam even in the winter when there are no berries and the nature is filled with snow. Now, preparation. Keep the water to boil and add the sugar and berries. Stir the boiling mixture for 15 minutes. Let it cool down. Once cooled, pour the lemon juice and mix well. In a sterilized and clean container, store the jam. Although I enjoy baking, I usually bake cakes with baking powder. This is my first attempt to bake bread using yeast. And besides the ingredients, the first 7 ingredients mentioned here, one needs patience, loads of it. So we need wheat flour, potato flour, yeast, sugar, salt, butter, cumin, and well, the last ingredient I have already mentioned. Since I am making a little loaf of bread, the standard bread form wouldn't work. Therefore, I have prepared my own form, customized a sustainable cardboard case. How have I done this? Taking a clean cardboard case as shown in the figure, I have applied both its inner surface and outer surface with molten butter. Now, let us see how to prepare the bread. The bread and the yeast has been mentioned many times in the Holy Scriptures. From a practical viewpoint, preparation of bread can help meet the demand of many people's food need. And the fascinating thing about the yeast is, once it activates, it makes the dough rise. It is as if the dough gets alive in itself before it goes into the oven, of course. Many times in the different world civilizations, potato has helped compensate during shortage of wheat or famines. Keeping this in mind, I have used both wheat and potato flour. Additionally, potato flour is gluten-free. Now, kneading the dough. First add the dry content, cumin salt, wheat flour and potato flour together. Now, to this mixture, add molten butter and mix well. Then add activated yeast, knead the dough thoroughly, cover the dough and let it rest for 2 hours. Then you will see the magic. The fermented dough rises as shown in the picture. Now knead the dough again using some wheat flour. Repeat the previous procedure, that is, cover the dough and let it rest for another hour. 3 hours have passed and this is how the fermented dough looks like. Now I have added a tablespoon of jam to the dough and knead it again. Therefore, the dough gets a pinkish color. Transfer the dough into the bread form and again let it rest in the bread form for 15 to 30 minutes. Simultaneously, preheat the oven at 205 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes. Now, after 3 hours and 15 minutes, the fermented dough in the form rises again and it's now ready to go into the preheated oven. Finally, now it is the baking. Adjust the oven for baking bread at 195 degrees Celsius. Place the form in the middle of the oven for 30 minutes. And once the bread is baked, the baking process is complete. The joy of eating homemade bread with homemade jam is at another level. Try it. Goodbye.